Right, we go again.
We go again. No, don't say that. We're filming this next week.
Welcome back, guys.
Hello, hello.
Definitely not 5 minutes later for us.
Nah, definitely not.
It's a week later for them, so they won't even know.
True.
Wearing the same clothes
True.
today.
Are you doing it right now?
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
I was just about to ask if you wanted a drink.
I've got a drink.
I'm all good. Thank you. Oh, Libby being...
Hospitable.
Yeah.
I could never be.
I feel welcome and at home.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back with a Q&A episode.
Nice.
Because we've actually got a lot of questions.
We've got loads.
Loads of questions.
Yeah.
I think I got 5.
Yeah.
And then you got like 12.
Yeah, I got bloody loads. Although some of them, I'm not sure whether they're questions. They're just people...
Comments.
Like comments,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess we could comment back.
But yeah, before we go into it,
Yeah.
sharing your stories, guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate the support.
100%. Yeah.
And yeah, let's kick them off.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go on. You might as well get through a few of yours.
Yeah, right. I'm going to do Alex first because he asked it a few weeks ago. And if I don't do it now, I feel like I'm going to forget. So let me just find this one. Okay. He said, don't know if this fits with the podcast theme, but if there was a complete ban on social media and it completely died off today, what do you think would be the effect of bodybuilding/gym culture on bodybuilding/gym culture? Well, I think a lot less people would be doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
A hell of a lot less people would be doing it. I think a lot of people get into bodybuilding and the gym because it's almost trendy at the minute on social media. And you can create content. Like you see a lot of lads, especially like younger lads as well, literally take gear or like whatever, like peptides or SARMs, just to try and blow up on social media. And if social media wasn't there, they probably wouldn't do that. So I don't know. I think there's I think social media is good for the fitness industry because I think there's a wider spread of like information that people can just get like easy access to, which I think is good. Like more people, more well informed about lifting, that's fantastic. But then I definitely also think there's a bit of a negative side of it, especially within bodybuilding as well. I feel like a lot of people probably do bodybuilding specifically for social media clout instead of enjoying the process of bodybuilding.
Definitely over the last few years, I'd say.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd say when we first got into it, it was really just people who were passionate about it.
Yeah, it was very niche.
Yeah, really niche. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't popular at all.
Yeah, I think it's good that it's growing. I think that's fantastic. That can only be a good thing. But then I do think a lot of people obsess over the social media side of it, and obviously I guess when you get leaner, it's good for social media engagement, and it's probably good for business as well because you're showing people that you can walk the walk yourself. But I definitely think it shouldn't be a reason to get into it. You should get into it
Because you love it.
because you love it, not because it's gonna affect your social
I'm the
media.
opposite. If I wasn't a coach, I honestly wouldn't have social media.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. It's difficult because people in the space that want to be successful, it is a big part of your success. So you do have to delve into it.
It's part of the job.
To an extent, yeah, 100%, especially as a coach. But no, don't get into bodybuilding because of social media. But yeah, to answer the question directly, I just think a lot less people would be into it.
Yeah,
I think,
I agree.
especially bodybuilding. I think there'd be a lot more people just in like general kind of fitness.
I really don't like the fitness sphere on social media.
Yeah,
I think it's very much built on negativity.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people just trying to tear other people down.
Yeah, 100%.
Judge people for doing things a certain way.
Yeah, and I think it's always based off trends as well. Like there are so many things over the years that have been fashionable and have just completely died off. Do you know what I mean? Like exercise trends I think been a lot of research in the past couple of years that has been trendy and everyone has followed, and then all of a sudden, like, no one does it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't remember the last time I've seen someone reverse band a Smith press.
No.
You know, but years ago, everyone used to do it, and
Yeah.
hack squatting as well.
Reverse banding got vaulted.
Yeah, literally. Oh god, even the terminology, I don't like. But yeah, now you see people using like daisy chains, doing like all kinds of weird shit.
Keenan flaps.
Keenan flaps, that's the one. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, but that'll be vaulted in 2 years. Now everyone bums the length and range, or do they anymore? I don't even know.
They don't like it anymore.
No.
It creates too much muscle damage.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to do concentrics.
Yeah, 100%.
No eccentrics.
Eccentrics? Oh my god. Fucking hell.
That's mental. That's a thing now.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be controlling your eccentrics.
Yeah, I think that is wild. I do think you through training experience, you definitely earn the right to have a slightly quicker tempo, because I do think that there are definitely some people that can have a slightly faster eccentric while still being in control of it, if that makes sense. I think more than anything, it's the change of direction.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that's the point where you use the stretch reflex, right? If you're not controlling it. So if you can have a slightly quicker eccentric, pause at the bottom whilst doing it, or like at least control the change of direction a little bit more, then yeah, sure. But I do think that takes a lot of skill. Like, I think a lot of these guys that are literally just dropping into the hole on like a press or a lateral raise, they don't quite know how to do it properly. So yeah, I'd say for the vast majority of people, you want to be controlling your eccentrics.
Yeah, it's not all or nothing either. Like,
you
have to either control them stupidly slowly, but you also don't have to just drop the weight.
Yeah.
Just find a middle ground, like most things.
Yeah, 100%. I think a middle ground is best, because I think an eccentric that is far, far, far too slow can take away from intent.
Yeah.
I think an eccentric that is far, far too fast and you have no control over can really diminish the quality of the accuracy and like quality of the set.
Stimulus you get.
The stimulus that you get, exactly. Especially if it's one of those low rep sets. So I think finding a balance between the two is definitely best. And that's what I've found that has worked best for me.
Yeah.
Like, not going too far. I think that, like, within fitness,
it applies with everything.
It applies with literally everything. Like, the extremities on either end, like, they're probably not that effective. Like, I'd probably find a middle ground. It's like the whole, like, it's like the whole, like, super controlled or like broy meathead aggressive training.
You can do both.
You can literally do both. Yeah, 100%. I think both is best. Like, finding that sweet spot. It's like, I don't know, for example, volume. Like, way too much volume, you're probably going to run into like exercise redundancy or overtraining. Too little volume, and you could probably get away with a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
I think the middle ground is.
It's an inverted U graph.
Yeah.
Right at the one side of the extreme, it's going to be ineffective.
Yeah.
One side of the other extreme, it's going to be ineffective.
Yeah.
The most progress happens in the middle.
Sure.
Just simple as that.
100%. I don't think it'd be completely ineffective, but you could definitely get more out of your training if you just found a sweet spot. I think for most people.
All right.
Cool.
Good first question.
Bosh. Do you want me to go again, or
I'll go for one. God, I
Cool.
need to remember to do D's, because D asked one a couple of weeks ago and I didn't get around to it.
go for it?
So D asks, what are your opinions on the US food pyramid, the new one? You heard about this?
Very vaguely.
So they basically flipped upside down.
Yeah. Is it like the like prioritizing or like not demonizing certain macronutrients, or have I got that completely wrong?
From my understanding, I could be wrong. I think they've led more towards prioritizing fats and protein.
Yeah.
And trying to reduce carb intake.
Right.
And it used to be like your base of your diet was like grains, wheats, etc.
Yeah.
And then it would be protein and fats after that. In fact, it would be the smallest of the pyramid.
Right. Okay.
I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
For lifestyle clients.
Yeah.
Well, not clients. There's no clients of the US government, but
Actually, I mean, JD Vance is one of my clients.
how is it?
Yeah. He's doing really well. He's
Nice, man, yeah,
he's in a dieting phase at the minute.
Needs it.
He's he's dropped
Yeah.
5 pounds. He's doing really well.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
Should get him to shout you out.
I'm posting his transformation soon. It's going to be really
Looking forward
good.
to that. You can AI it.
When JD first came to me, he was stuck. He was
just the senator.
yeah.
Now he's the vice president.
All because of my training protocols. Yeah, I'd say so. I think for the vast majority of people, prioritising protein and having more protein is definitely a good thing.
It's
100%.
pretty simple. Like, fats and protein are essential macronutrients.
Yeah.
Carbs are not an essential macronutrients.
Yeah.
You
True.
need protein to survive. You need fats to survive hormonally.
I don't think having an emphasis on any macronutrient is important.
I think for the general population, when they are very inactive,
Do you not think just promoting a balance of the three and emphasising that all of them are important and none of them are bad is probably a better overall message?
yeah, probably. But then I think it's very hard to get that across to people.
Yeah, that is true. I think because like decades ago in this country, I remember my mum talking about it. It was like fats and carbs were like demonized,
Yeah.
and fats basically were portrayed as something that would make you put on fat. And I guess there's a little bit of truth to that, because obviously the fats is the macronutrient with the most amount of calories in, but it's like it's the black and white way of thinking about it. It's like, well, yeah, on a technicality, but it's. I think for me personally, I think promoting the fact that all macronutrients have their place and value is probably the most important thing. I think, honestly, government guidelines and even like NHS guidelines on health can be somewhat poor. I think, like, I don't know, like, I think the overall general message is very simple. It's like 5 a day, have your 5 a day.
Yeah. I think what they're trying to do is limit people's overall caloric intake.
Yeah.
And also make sure they're getting in a lot of micronutrients.
Yeah,
And if you need like a blanket statement for that, probably saying prioritise healthy fats, protein, fruit and veg. It's probably the best way of doing it without overcomplicating things.
Yeah, probably. I'd say so. Yeah.
And avoid refined carbohydrates.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to the general public, but obviously for bodybuilders, carbs are one of our most important tools.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So, yeah. But yeah, good question again.
Yeah.
Great questions.
Right. This is the first one that I've seen. How big are your arms at the minute? And this is why before the pod, I asked for a tape measure.
Is that going to work though?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
How are you going to
Wrap it. Oh, yeah. Maybe this isn't going to work. I don't think it's in inches either. I think it's in meters and feet.
You can convert it.
No,
give it a go.
That's effort. That's effort.
Does it bend?
No, it doesn't really bend very well, does it?
Go on, give it a go.
Okay, all right. Go on, you hold it. I feel like I need a pump.
No,
right, I'm going to flex.
Unpumped.
Right, if my arm size hasn't increased since doing this, do you remember doing this in the flat in Rotherham?
Right. It says 17 inches.
No.
That can't be true.
No. It can't be. It can't be. Because I remember they were bigger in Rotherham, but then I was fatter. So
yeah. Fair. In the condition you're in now, that could be true. Do mine. I'm not taking my jump off though. Go on.
Let's have a look. Am I going to be able to see that? It says...
This is like 12 inches.
No, it's on 16 at the minute, or 15 and a half.
Oh, take that all day.
Minus 20 inches.
Minus 2 inches from the jumper.
Nah, it's a thin jumper, man. It's a thin jumper. Yeah, I'm I think I got a pump when I did it in the Rotherham one as well. I'm pretty sure.
I think you've got more like 18-inch arms.
Yeah, I reckon around 18 inch.
I remember I was 15.
Yeah, I'd like to think if I was in the same composition as when I was in Rotherham, they'd be like,
20.
Hopefully, you reckon 20?
Yeah, in that composition.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we did it like peak off season, right?
Yeah, that is true. To be fair, I do hold a lot of body fat in my arms, so it would make sense if they'd like downsized. Even if I put on muscle since then, I still think they'd be smaller.
Yeah.
Just because I hold a lot of body fat in my arms.
Well, you've definitely put a lot of muscle on your arms.
Yeah.
Even compared to prep.
Yeah. I'm coping. I'm coping so hard now.
On prep, when you got towards like stage condition, your arms didn't look like that much of a strong point.
Yeah.
Triceps did.
Yeah.
But biceps weren't like that much of a strong point. And now,
Definitely.
the condition you're in now,
Yeah.
they look like a massive strong point.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they definitely have grown.
100%. Yeah, we're coping so hard. My arms are smaller. No.
If you come to me for coaching, your arms will shrink an inch.
Ideal. So ideal. We'll say they were 17 and a half.
Yeah. All right. Is it your go? Or is it my go? It's my go.
It's your go.
Pam asks, if you didn't do bodybuilding, what sport would you do?
Ooh. Probably basketball.
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing
Tennis?
basketball. Or tennis, yeah. I really enjoy playing tennis. Although, I think for both, I'd have to lose a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
So this was ages ago. When I first started getting into training, I was a bit of a bro, so I only trained like chest and arms. And when I went to swing the racket back for a backhand, I went like that, and I couldn't get it back near as far because my chest and biceps were in the way. Seriously, I think for a lot of sports, just having passed a certain amount of muscle mass, it's counterproductive.
Well, in basketball, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Basketball is very lean.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Look at Zion Williamson. You get some
he gets injured every week.
Yeah, that is true. 100%. Yeah, literally every week. Although that's because he's like not in shape.
Yeah, true.
I don't think it's to do with his muscle mass. Although
I think partly it will be how much muscle he has.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. But yeah, I mean, when I think back to playing like American football, I used to get injured all the time when I trained for hypertrophy.
Yeah.
It's just not productive to playing a sport, is it? Like with a lot of sports, it's like very sudden, explosive movements in different directions.
Yeah.
Whereas hypertrophy training is controlled, moving in accurate, moving in one plane, which makes it safe, but it's so not cross-transferable to sports.
I don't know what I'd do.
High rocks? That's what you said a few weeks ago.
Maybe.
I can't.
I will do a high rocks. I will do a high rocks one day. I'm getting sacked as soon as I do a high rocks.
Mate, come on.
It looks fun. It looks fun.
It's just a big circuit training.
I think I'll be quite good at it though.
Yeah, to be fair,
I'm a good runner.
Yeah.
I probably would have to do some sort of running because I'm awful at every other sport.
Yeah.
Well, not awful, but I'm
Football?
I'm so average at football.
I thought you were quite good at football.
No.
We played on the same team, didn't we? Did you play for Group of Juniors?
No, I play for Group Blues.
Oh, right, okay. I can't remember what the difference was.
They're just two different teams.
Oh, yeah. Mad. Okay. I thought you were pretty decent at football.
No.
Okay.
Like when you're average in a Sunday league team, that means you're bad.
Okay.
I was never that good. I was very much a confidence player.
Right.
Like if I scored a goal in a match,
yeah,
the rest of the match I would be incredible.
Yeah.
And then if I took a bad touch in a match and lost the ball, the rest of the match I'd be awful.
Yeah.
I'd just be in my own head.
You build a lot of momentum from like one play. I mean, that, to be fair, I think that's very similar to other sports. I remember some of my best games in basketball were the games where I started off really well.
Yeah.
100%.
But I played five-a-side a couple of years ago and I was so bad then.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough.
But that was after a long time off playing football, to be fair.
Yeah. But high rocks isn't a sport, so you got to pick something else.
The only sport I would actually be good at is like long distance running.
Yeah, but it's not about what you'd be good at, it's what you wanna do.
Oh, I play football then.
You play football?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
And I think now, with what I've learned through my career and through doing bodybuilding, I think I could be a lot better at football.
Yeah.
Because I know how to put the work in, I know how to manage my my emotions, my pressure, etc.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, maybe. Probably football. For enjoyment football, for actually being good at it,
sure.
I would be incredible at cross country or long distance running.
It's kind of mad because through bodybuilding, I think we will have learned how to perform better as an athlete in sports. Like, if you think, like, our recovery and nutrition and everything that just makes you perform better would be dialed in. So I genuinely think if I was to go back and play tennis or basketball for 6 months, I could definitely easily surpass what I was capable of back then. Because when I used to play basketball, I was a student, so I'd turn up to games hungover.
You know, a lot of professional athletes do not treat themselves like professional athletes.
Have you seen some of the training videos that like?
Or even like the way they eat.
Yeah, it's mental.
Like there's videos of like Man United players where they go around their house and like see what their food setup is
awful.
like. And they're having like pot noodles.
Yeah, it's wild.
How can you be like, that level of athlete?
Yeah.
With that care of your nutrition, it's mental.
I was speaking to Alex about this. I think as well, like, fighting athletes should take a leaf out of bodybuilders when it comes to like peak week.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah.
But what, like the whole like water cutting thing, like where to shed the weight instead of just being in a calorie deficit for longer and then tapering back up into the weight cap, they just do like these insane like water cuts and put on loads of weight, like Paddy the Baddy. Like,
yeah, but they do that on purpose because they want to be heavier for the actual competition.
Right, okay.
So they want to be a 200-pound person who weighs in at 170.
Got you.
And therefore fight someone else who's going to be potentially smaller than them.
Right, yeah, I'm with you.
So if they cut down from just a caloric deficit, there would be a 175-pound person fighting at 170 and then be outsized.
That makes a lot of sense.
But they do actually take, like, not from bodybuilding, but they use very similar protocols in their peak weeks for them.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
like sodium, water, carbohydrates.
I'm such a casual. I was just chatting ass.
Yeah, shut up, man.
I'm like, these fighters should be more like bodybuilders.
Yeah. Real men, real athletes.
Yeah, 100%.
In terms of like my long distance running, what would you say the equivalent of doing a half marathon is in gym terms? Like benching what, for example, or deadlifting what?
A half marathon has got to be like a 2-plate bench.
And I did it in sub 2 hours, which is like a decent time. It's not great, but it's like I did it at 1 hour 50.
Yeah.
So I did that without any training.
Mad. So
in lockdown.
You're probably genetically like definitely made up to do that.
Yeah, I think I did like a couple of 5Ks.
I don't know whether I could do a 5K in sub 2 hours.
Yeah, probably not.
Honestly, what is 5K? Would you say that's like round? I think my parents used to do a regular 5K route, and it was from our house all the way around Bredgate Park, back through Newtown, Linford, into Anstey, and then back.
Do you know Rother Valley in Rotherham?
Ellie literally went there today, and
That's a 5K.
Okay, right.
So
sure.
I'd say
big ass
like
lake.
an average runner, like a very average runner, would do a 5K in 30 minutes.
Okay, right.
An okay runner would do it in 25.
Yeah.
An elite runner would do it in 20.
Mad. I honestly think if I tried to run now, I'd just blow out my Achilles.
I did a 5K last year.
Mad.
Me and Libby did a park run down in, where did we go? We went down south somewhere.
You enjoy it?
On a break.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was decent. I did it quick. I did it pretty quick.
Mad.
I did I think I've got it in Strava.
Mental.
My 1 5K for the last 5 years.
After I finish prep, should we try and go on a run?
Fucking hell.
Mate, I'd die. Although, it's a weird one because my heart rate is like ridiculously low.
You've got way too much muscle to be a runner.
Yeah, definitely. I just think my cardio output would be okay. It wouldn't be too bad, but I just think I'd gas so quickly.
But the reason I was so like naturally good at running this was literally in lockdown.
Yeah.
It's because I weighed 63 kilos, 62 kilos.
Yeah.
So,
see, I don't think I'll ever be able to weigh like that much.
A leg and 2 arms.
Yeah.
You probably still weigh more than that.
In prep, when I was emaciated, I was like, what, 80?
Yeah,
yeah. And I wouldn't have wanted to go for a run then.
No, definitely not.
I would have hated that. Yeah.
But yeah, good question again.
Definitely.
You're getting great questions this week.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thanks for these, guys.
Okay, so Max has asked, what is something you would tell someone for their first prep? I know this is so cliche, but just try to enjoy it as much as you can and don't put too much pressure on yourself. Be process oriented, take every day as it comes, and literally just try and focus on the process as much as possible and try to think as little about the outcome as possible, because then, one, it will be far more enjoyable, two, you won't be putting as much pressure on yourself, and three, that will likely result in a better look anyway, which will make the outcome better than it would have been if you were outcome focused.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest mistake I made when I competed for the first time, and looking back, I really just wish I enjoyed it.
And that's what we've done this year. Made sure that's the primary focus of your prep.
Yeah.
Not thinking about results, just thinking about getting on the stage at your best, enjoying the whole process. As you mentioned, living in the moment.
Yeah.
That's the whole focus.
Oh, another thing, understand that a lot of the time your look will have to get worse to get better, and don't panic if you feel like you look like quite bad. And I think there will be times in your first prep where you look at your physique and you feel like you're withering away. Just understand that your physique can really change when you start adding in food and you start peaking, if that makes sense. Like my physique drastically changed throughout the course of prep, depending on like adding in food or. So yeah, try not to overthink your physique in like different parts of prep. The only look that really matters is the one that you put on stage.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you're in control of the way you act on a prep.
Yeah, definitely.
That's really important to note as well. It's very easy to just use the excuse of I'm on prep.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be suited to me.
Yeah.
How I'm doing things.
Yeah.
But remember, the people around you, they don't care that you're on prep. You still got to treat them with respect and make sure you accommodate for them.
Yeah, 100%. I think you've got to realise as well that it would be much more rewarding and fun at the end of a bodybuilding prep to celebrate what you've done with the people closest to you.
Yeah.
And if you act like that, they're probably not going to be around. So like preserving relationships, whilst you might feel less inclined to do so, it's really important that you put in the extra effort to make sure that you're as much of yourself as you can be.
Yeah, and just do yourself proud, mate.
Yeah.
You're going to smash it.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Looking forward to following it, mate. You next?
Yeah, I've got one from TR Fitness 13. He says, how did you know you wanted to coach and compete, and how do you balance it? So I think there's 3 different questions there.
Yeah.
So how did you know you wanted to coach? So for that one, it was so simple. Like, I was just incredibly passionate about it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed helping people for free, and it just grew from there. Simple as that. And I've realised I was good at it. I put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
And then people wanted me to help them, and they eventually paid me for it.
100%.
So that's all it was.
I think for me, the reason that I wanted to coach was I saw the impact that fitness had on me as a person. Like it massively improved my confidence, how I felt about myself, how I interacted with people, and I'm super passionate about helping people to achieve that same level of like self-improvement that I got through fitness. Like it was pretty damn life-changing for me. So helping someone also achieve that and achieve that like life-changing transformation, not just cosmetically, but also mentally, it's a pretty good feeling.
And also you'll know, like as soon as you start coaching and you help a few people out, you'll know if it's for you or not.
Yeah.
You'll know if you wake up every morning excited to do check-ins.
Sure.
You'll know if you're basically getting enjoyment out of helping people achieve their goals.
Sure.
And for me, I'll get more enjoyment out of that than my own process.
Yeah.
So it's pretty simple.
100%.
But yeah. And then how do we know we wanted to compete? This is just like a genuine progression from physique development.
Yeah.
Like wanting to push yourself more and more each time.
Yeah.
You do a summer diet, you get in shape for summer, you then do a massive off season.
You've skipped a phase.
What's that?
The first phase is abs in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, the abs in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So when I was at school in year 7,
Yeah.
I had a swimming gala the following day.
Yeah.
And I was there. I was skinny fat.
Yeah.
I weighed about 50 kilos. And I searched six-pack shortcuts.
Nice.
On YouTube.
Awesome.
I think I did. It must have been Athlete X's.
Yeah.
It was someone. It was a very long time ago, probably like 15 years ago.
V-Shred.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Chloe Ting ab workouts on YouTube in lockdown? Yeah.
But yeah, so I did that the night before a swimming gala, thinking that I could go from skinny fat to having abs in the space of one night.
Yeah. Did it work?
I thought it worked. You know when you roll over like that?
Yeah.
You can have belly rolls.
Yeah.
So
Abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting there at the side of the swimming gala like this, trying to act like I've got abs, and I just had like 6 belly rolls there.
You know what's kind of mad? If I'd actually knew what I was doing when I was like between, like, I don't know, 14 and 18, I actually could have got a relatively good 6-pack.
See, I couldn't.
But
I had no chance.
I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. To answer the question about competing, I knew that I wanted to compete because I just absolutely adore and love the process of building muscle and then losing body fat and revealing those improvements. And like you said, it's like a natural progression. Like you start off by doing your first holiday diet, and then you take it a little bit more seriously, and maybe you do like a photo shoot diet, and then the next natural progression to that is a bodybuilding prep, or like a prep where you get pretty.
I think a lot of people
lean.
in this industry really enjoy pushing themselves to their limit and seeing how far they can go. And that's all bodybuilding is.
Yeah.
Pushing yourself to a limit physically from a body fat perspective and muscle mass perspective.
I think I truly realised that competing was for me when I realised that if I never competed again, I'd still go through the exact same process that I'd be doing. So to me, it was like, well, if I'm doing it anyway, and I'm genuinely pushing the limit of what I can achieve naturally, then I may as well compete. You know, like, I think you should. There's a lesson in that. You should always learn to love the process of building muscle, losing fat, like achieving a better physique than you did last year, before you decide to compete, because competing is a very, very, very extreme version of that. So if you don't love it on not as an extreme of a version, you're not going to love it in the extremity of bodybuilding.
I did a reel on that the other day, like how to know when you're ready to compete.
Yeah.
And one of them was going through multiple dieting phases, multiple gaining phases first.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy them, you're not going to enjoy a prep.
Yeah.
So don't bother.
Definitely. 100%. And it's not worth it. If you don't absolutely love it, it's not worth it, because it's very difficult. You'll make plenty of sacrifices, and it's not healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not healthy at all. And you cannot, like, obviously as a natural, it's way less likely, but even as a natural, you can really, like, you can actually fuck yourself up from doing it.
100%.
So, yeah.
And then balancing coaching and competing. It's difficult because I guess when I competed, I had probably had about 15 clients, less than 15 clients.
Sure.
So I wouldn't say it was too hard to balance.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't that busy with coaching. But even if I did compete again now, if I do compete again in the next couple of years, I still wouldn't have any issue balancing it at all. They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
If anything, being a coach and competing makes things so much easier. You've got so much more flexibility about your day.
I agree.
You decide when you do things. But more importantly, like, no matter what it is that you do for a job, it's always possible to balance things. You have so much time in your week. If you don't give yourself the excuse and you're honest with yourself, you always have time to do the things you need to do for competing.
Yeah.
It's training let's say, I'd say the minimum you needed to train if you wanted to compete is probably, would you say 6 hours a week? Like 4 1.5 hour sessions is probably the minimum.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really have someone who's a competitor doing 3 times a week. I feel like it's probably not quite enough if you're putting a lot of effort into it.
I reckon you could do 3 full body sessions a week and get.
Do you think those would then be 2 hour sessions?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's an option.
Yeah. Like, so let's say 6 hours a week as a minimum for training.
Yeah.
Let's say
an hour of meal prep a week. Maybe a bit
2.
more. Yeah.
Maybe
if you split it up into 2 blocks.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Then let's say steps, cardio, that might be slightly more, but with that you can always make adaptations. You can always have lower food, lower cardio, or higher food, higher cardio, depending on what works better for you.
Sure.
So realistically, it's not very much of your week.
Yeah.
And if you prioritise it and you hold yourself to a higher standard, I guarantee you can work it around anything.
Yeah. And I think for some people, I think having a job or being a coach whilst doing a bodybuilding prep, I think that would be a benefit because it gives you structure.
Yeah.
It gives you routine, which, talking from experience, in 2023, I didn't have much of those things. It made it harder.
Yeah.
Because I was way less busy and then I was way more fixated on suffering than keeping myself distracted and having a solid routine in place where, I'd have my meals at the exact same time, like I'd do everything at the exact same time. There was no uncertainty. So I think for a lot of people, that structure and routine of like being busy would only benefit them in a prep.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what we should do? Give, what's his name? TR Fitness 13.
Yeah.
Some advice. It seems like he's wanted to get into coaching, potentially compete in one day. Literally, all I would do, mate, enjoy the journey right now of going through gaining phases, going through dieting phases.
Yeah.
Document that journey. Show that you can lead from the front. Show that you know how to make progress. And then start coaching people for free. Friends, family members. And then eventually, if you feel like you want to take the next level and compete, then go for it. That's probably the best thing you could do in your situation, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And then next one is from my girlfriend, Libby.
Who's that?
She says...
I'm sorry, Libby.
This is a bad one. She says...
She's literally in the other room. That was disrespectful.
That was really disrespectful.
Yeah.
She says, do you feel it's bad if someone's partner forgets to get them flowers on Valentine's Day? Oh. It's an interesting question.
I wonder why she's asked that.
I don't know.
I mean, I didn't buy Ellie flowers on Valentine's Day, but I bought her flowers today. So,
you know what? I'm going to gaslight here.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh mate, don't cause an argument on the podcast.
We've already had this yesterday.
Yeah. Oh right.
It wasn't an argument.
Yeah.
But so basically, we were away for Valentine's Day. We were in Brussels for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And I told Libby that was part of a Valentine's Day present. I got it for Christmas.
That was my thinking. I was like, well, we're going to go to London. We're going out for a lovely meal. We paid loads of money to get a really, really nice Airbnb. It was fantastic. Like that is the Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. We had a budget for Christmas. We said £100 each.
I feel like you have to establish these things first. Like, are we gonna pay for this massive trip and then do presents on top of that, or like, because then you haven't got like a hidden expectation.
Yeah. But the thing is, I went over the budget, so I said, okay, this is your joint present for Christmas and Valentine's Day. So they were in Brussels for Valentine's Day, which then meant you're not going to get someone flowers when you're literally with them every minute of that day. Well, you could do. But then we basically had yesterday as our Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So we went out for dinner yesterday.
Yeah.
And Libby got it in her head that when she came home from work, I was going to have flowers for her. And she walked in, she checked the kitchen.
Oh, mate.
No flowers.
No flowers.
She went, oh, they must be upstairs in the room.
Oh, God.
Went upstairs in the room.
She went on a treasure hunt for them.
Yeah. I was still doing check-ins at this point. So she was like, oh, they must be in his office. He must have.
He must be hiding them,
He must be bringing them in to me once he's done check-ins.
Yeah.
Come into the room.
Oh, mate.
She's fuming.
She's really angry.
She's fuming.
Oh, mate.
And I feel so bad as well because I should have got her flowers.
Yeah.
And I said to her, this is no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I have been extremely busy. Like yesterday, I was working from 6 in the morning till 6 p.m. at night, and I had to go to Doncaster as well to see Leo.
Did you buy Leo flowers?
So I said that's the reason, but I can't use it as an excuse. I should have made the time for it.
Yeah. Good man.
Yeah. So I owned it. And then what I did, so we went out for dinner that night and got a nice steak and chips. And then what I did, when I was out, I messaged my sister to go and buy flowers, and then she came back to them.
Did you tell her that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have like properly gaslighted. I was like, I just wanted to do it all as a surprise for when you came back.
Oh my God.
But I didn't do that. I was honest. I was like, yeah, I asked my sister to get it when you were gone.
I mean, I can't talk. I didn't buy Ellie flowers, but we normally I don't know. Maybe that's not chivalrous of me. Maybe I should have bought her flowers.
Flowers need to be a surprise.
Yeah.
And Valentine's Day isn't a surprise. They're expecting flowers on Valentine's Day.
Fuck's sake. We're just evidently awful partners.
Yeah, so you hit them with a brutal argument on Valentine's Day instead.
Nice.
Surprise them.
Yeah.
Keep them on their toes.
Yeah. It's like the shocking the muscle principle.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You got to shock the muscle. Okay. Speaking of the devil, Libby has asked, how has social media changed people's expectations about fitness results? I think the main thing that comes to my head is people's expectation of what they can achieve now is massively overinflated, and also what is defined as a good physique now is also massively overinflated and just ridiculously high in terms of expectations. So have you ever seen those videos, right, of a dude who is like top 1% natural, extremely muscular, but takes a video of themselves with no pump in shitty lighting, and it's always captioned like, this is what's to expect from like 15 years of natural lifting. And you see all the comment sections of like these fucking 16-year-old lads who are like, where's the muscles? Or like, oh, he barely looks like he's trained. And as someone who has like been in the fitness game for a while and can identify someone who's got a shit ton of muscle as a natural, like, fucking hell, he's so jacked, he's so muscular. How is that deemed as like an average physique, I feel like because social media pushes literally like the top 1% physiques, like, right, if I go on my explore page right now, I can almost guarantee all the physiques that come up are like top 1%. So
Just porn.
it's not, mate, it's not porn. It's just like, it's very, very good physiques.
Yeah.
And training clips. Like Keon when he was like a teenager. Sam Sulek.
How do you go on Explore? This is how little I use Instagram.
Olympians.
How do you do Explore?
But all of these guys are like assisted bodybuilders. Phil Heath, Hadi Tuteman. Like it's all just like fitness reels, but it's all Dorian Yates.
Yeah.
Like all of these people are like.
I got Keon on mine.
Yeah, that's the exact same one that I got. It's like top 1% physiques, Noel Dizelle. So it's like you're constantly exposed to like the top 1%. So then when you look at your own journey, you're like, oh well, that's shit, But I think as well, there's a lot more people on social media taking steroids now as well. So like, even though people think like, even though people know that they're on gear, I think just the exposure to like people that are on steroids warps your perception of like what a good and bad physique is. And a lot of people lie about being on steroids as well,
I think the simplest advice is to focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what other people are doing on social media.
Yeah. 100%.
You can make, no matter what your genetics are, you can make a drastic amount of improvement from where you started.
Definitely.
You might not be able to look like someone who's on social media.
Yeah.
That might be unrealistic for you in your genetic capacity.
Yeah.
But I guarantee that anyone can get to a respectable physique and make a massive improvement from where they started.
Yep. I agree. 100%.
All right, next question. We have to speed through some of these because I need to go at 7.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
Cool.
I've only got one left, so.
Matt
Megatron.
It's not actually Megatron. It's Megaton. Mega.
Oh, I thought it was Megatron.
I think it's his surname. I think. I'll ask him next time I see him. Yeah. He said, "Would you rather have 24/7 diabolical quad doms or hamstring doms? Hamstring doms all day.
Yeah, hamstring doms
all day. 100%.
Hamstring doms feel quite nice.
I don't know whether they feel nice, but they're better than quad doms.
Yeah, quad doms are...
especially diabolical quad doms. Like
you're hobbling about.
Yeah.
You can't use the clutch on a car.
Fuck that. I wouldn't know what that feels like. He's also asked, you have to make a new cream of rice flavour and whey flavour. What's it going to be?
I was about to say a diabolical answer there, but I'm not going to say it.
Go on.
I'm not saying it. It's vile as well. So
oh, mate.
I'm not saying it.
So many of them have been done now. Like, so many. I was going to say, savoury cream of rice.
See, I don't even really like cream of rice. So
yeah, this isn't a real loaded question for you. Whereas for me, this is really interesting.
Roast dinner?
No, don't be silly. The cream of rice does look like mashed potato.
Yeah,
to be fair.
Mashed potato, cream of rice, good bang.
Mashed potato and then whey drip gravy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Good bang.
No, it wouldn't. Imagine having that for pre-workout.
Have that with some veg.
No, come on, don't be silly. You'd just rather have a proper roast.
I don't
know. No, mate.
You could have that with some roast chicken.
I'm just trying to think of what hasn't been created.
Everything's been created.
Yeah, literally.
Every sweet flavour has been created. You're going to have to think of something.
Tiramisu cream of rice.
I reckon that's there.
Yeah, it probably is.
There'll definitely be a whey protein tiramisu.
They've done sticky toffee pudding now as well. They've done carrot cake. Oh no, the sticky toffee pudding is pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've had it. Complete strength one.
The Perform and Naughty Boy have done one now and it's actually really good.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. Not the cream of rice, the whey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've had a stick to pudding cream of rice before.
Yeah. The whey version's really, really good. You know what I want to try? They've got a white chocolate caramel biscuit whey. I think it's that, and it looks like it slaps. But yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. Every flavour under the sun has been done, so...
I'm going to go roast dinner.
Oh, mate. Favourite fruit and veg sauce, he's also asked.
Fruit and veg.
Oh, there's so many.
Favourite, like best tasting, or what I use the most?
Best tasting.
Best tasting, fruit, mango.
Yeah, mango slaps. Mango
Veg.
or pineapple or kiwi. Kiwi's so good. There's so many.
Yeah, but I really don't use mango much, to be fair. I don't know why, but...
Yeah, it's quite fibrous.
Grapes. I like grapes.
Grapes are great, yeah. Honestly, there's so many that I don't think there's a fruit that I dislike.
I use blueberries the most. I have them on oats.
Blueberries are nice, but I just don't think they really add much to like an oatmeal or like a... It's quite a conflicting
I think they're perfect with oats. In my
really?
opinion, yeah.
I don't think they balance each other very well, personally.
Well, I think they do.
All right.
Okay.
I have my fruit separately to my cream of rice.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have it in it.
Oh, wow.
I think aside from banana, I like banana and cream of rice, but then I think they're too stark in temperature and flavour. I'm way too food focused, man.
Yeah, because
in the
whole last two podcasts has been food.
Yeah, in the off season, I wouldn't give a shit.
Veg, I'd go. Oh, see, I much prefer fruit.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a big fruit guy. I'm not a big veg guy.
I quite like veg, to be fair, especially in a dieting phase. I really like veg.
Again, it's different what I use the most and what I would have. Like if I could choose anything.
Yeah.
If I could choose anything, I'd probably go for like a honey roasted carrot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like a really nice.
Why don't you?
Because they're very hard to make good without using oil, honey.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's true.
In terms of what I actually use, you know what it is.
What?
You know the law.
What?
What vegetable did I used to eat out of the packet?
Oh yeah, raw cherry tomatoes.
Incredible.
Yeah. You know what?
Plum tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
Tomatoes.
I used to take the piss out of you for this, but recently I have done that a few times, and it is actually good. I think because I'm like peak dieting phase, Obviously, it's going to taste better, but it was quite nice.
Yeah.
It's better when you fry them, though.
No, it's not.
It
I
is.
hate cooked tomatoes.
What?
Yeah.
How can you hate cooked tomatoes?
I don't like them hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Even on like say like a sourdough and like egg meal.
Oh no, I could like that.
Yeah,
But
that's really nice as like a veg sauce.
that would be nice.
Yeah. I'm the same. I love all veg. There isn't really a veg
I literally
that I dislike.
my veg at the moment is a complete mix. That's the best way to do it as well.
Do you like Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, I don't mind them. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have them like every day.
I really like them, to be fair. I like carrots. I like Brussels sprouts. There genuinely is not a veg that I
I don't think there's any food that you don't like.
Yeah, that is so true. The only thing that's coming to mind is like licorice. I don't like licorice.
Yeah.
And weirdly.
Nuts, 'cause it'll kill you.
Yeah, literally. I'm allergic.
That's not ideal.
I'm allergic to nuts, and yeah, obviously I don't want to die. My go-to veg sauce at the minute is, and it's a mix of veggies. So it's either, I've been having like this Mediterranean veg mix, which is butternut squash, red onion, peppers, and courgette, and then I rotate that with a stir-fry veg, which has like edamame beans, pepper, broccoli, like shredded carrot, like yeah.
Yeah, I have a complete mix.
Yeah.
I just make Libby makes it for me, but she makes like a big bowl or container of salad at the start of the week with onions, tomatoes, peppers,
Yeah.
gherkins,
Yeah.
sweet corn,
Yeah.
red cabbage, and then I just have 200 grams of that with my meal.
I feel like with veg, that's the best way of doing it. Like having a singular veg with one meal is quite boring.
Yeah, the more colours, the better.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you get more of a micronutrient
More
kick.
variety.
Yeah, more variety, and I just think it tastes better.
Yeah. I've got a really good question here, actually.
Mm-hmm.
As a coach, do you think tough love works, or is it dependent on your clients?
Dependent on the client.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, you learn this the longer you stay with the client.
Yeah.
So it literally is linear. Like, the longer I've stayed with the client, the more I learn them psychologically. So like with you now, I know exactly how to respond in situations. So for example, let's say you lose your head slightly because of how you're looking.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly how to respond in that situation now. And you're someone who sometimes does require tough love in certain phases, and then sometimes requires support and more care.
Emotional intelligence.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it depends on the client. I think, it's a combination of both, and you learn that with time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there are some people that require both at different stages. There are some people that require it all the time, and there are some people that if you gave them tough love, they'd probably leave you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't, like, some people respond better and adhere better when you give them a lot more emotional support and you pick them up and, you give them a lot of sympathy. But with a lot of clients, like in certain scenarios with me, like I almost prefer to be told like, no, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
sort yourself out.
Sort yourself out. Yeah, 100%. Completely different depending on the person.
Do you think a lot of it relates to like how confident they are in themselves?
Yeah, definitely.
If someone's quite self-deprecating, doesn't think massively highly of themselves, they need more emotional support. And if someone
almost like validation, yeah.
And if someone is very confident in who they are, they might require someone being more harsh with them and more stern with them.
Yeah,
potentially.
I think it's so down to who they are as a person. Like, say for example, someone's like more competitive, and they're a bit more like self-driven, and they don't need like that push from someone. I think they're the people that can handle tough love a lot more. Whereas, so some people just require a bit more. Like,
comes with experience as well. The more you work with different people, you kind of recognise different personality types and what they're going to respond well to.
Definitely, 100%. Yeah, it definitely comes with experience. Yeah, 100%. Like, a mistake that I've made is thinking that everyone has the same mentality as me, and that's so stupid because I have a really intense mentality, and a lot of people don't have that, and that's okay. Bruno has asked, will you ever consider TRT in the future? Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go on TRT when I'm older, 100%.
100%. I think when your testosterone legitimately starts to crash because of age, and it would be healthier to bring your testosterone back up to a state where your body is functioning better. You know, your mood is better, you feel better, you've got more energy. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah, 100%. I think where people take the piss is they go on TRT and they do a small steroid cycle.
Or they don't focus on lifestyle factors first.
Yes.
They'll be having low test because they
Eat
smoke
like
a 10-pack of cigs a day.
Yeah.
They drink every night.
Drink
and
like
they
fish.
don't sleep.
Yeah.
And then they go get tested. Oh, I'm low test. Why do you think you're low test?
Yeah, yeah. Or like you're ridiculously lean and you're not on anabolics and you're natural, and it's like, well, yeah, of course your testosterone is going to be low. Just put a healthy amount of body fat on, and it will likely return to normal.
But yeah, definitely.
100%.
When I'm a lot older,
it's cheap as well. It's really not that bad.
You looked into it?
Yeah, definitely. No, I have. Like it. I told my mum and dad about it, and they were a bit like, really? Like, and I was like, yeah, like. I said that in a really weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, 100%. It would massively benefit your health. If obviously it's needed, then yeah, 100%.
Right, next question.
I've only got one more, and it's not a question. It's
Perfect.
from Billy, and he just said, not a question, but looking insane, bro, with a trophy emoji, a medal emoji.
I didn't get that. That's weird.
Damn, man. Yeah, it is really weird.
I guess it's because you put the question box up first.
Yeah. It'll be that.
That makes sense.
It'll be that. And also, I put that photo alongside it.
Yeah, I could have just put that photo as well.
You should have done. You should have chat GPT'd like a one with just your face on it.
That happens quite a lot, to be fair. Like when I collaborate with a client, and they'll think it'll be some randomer. They'll think it's me, and they're like, looking awesome, bro. What do you respond to that? It's not me.
Yeah, but then you could take credit because you're the coach. You could be like, yeah, I did that. That was me.
But how do you respond? Like, what do you say to them?
That's not me, man.
I think I usually go, oh, thanks, bro, but this is my client. If you want to look like this, then coaching spot's available.
Yeah, it's all the coaching.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with adherence, effort, genetics.
I just send them a photo of you when you were 18.
Yeah.
Before you started training. This is what he looked like when he first came to me.
Yeah, and then 6 months later, this is what he looks like now, even though there's about 8 years between the photos. Yeah,
I've only coached you for the last 4, so
you should do that.
I'm taking credit from you as a prepubescent child to now.
Good idea, man. I think it will work.
Yeah, at the end of your prep, we'll post a transformation picture. Of you before puberty.
Yeah,
and then you at the end of prep. Some people do that on Instagram. Like they post a picture of when they're like 14.
I
think like, oh, people think about the genetics you need for bodybuilding.
It's like
look at me before I even hit puberty. I had bad genetics. No, you didn't. You hadn't hit puberty yet.
You were literally just a child.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're a fucking freak of nature, you're just gonna look like a skinny child. Like children just look skinny. Like that's normal. Like that doesn't mean you've got bad or good genetics. Like, yeah, you literally just haven't hit puberty yet. Like, you're not gonna be growing any muscle if you haven't got any testosterone. I think the one that I posted the other day, I think it's acceptable when it's your start point from when you start lifting.
Oh yeah, and that is you.
Yeah.
Like, I can't post that because I didn't coach you from when you started lifting. So
yeah, 100%. But like that is the acceptable
you were
start
18.
point. Yeah, I was 18.
Yeah,
100%.
But yeah, another podcast done. Consistency.
I know. Look at that. 2 in a row. Bosh. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening, guys. We appreciate all the views, even the feet people. We love it.
That weren't this podcast.
You what?
That weren't this podcast.
No, it wasn't. But if they're watching, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. But no, keep sharing it on your story. Keep getting in the questions. We really, really appreciate the questions. It bulks up the episodes quite a bit and obviously creates some interesting conversations. We will keep up the consistency with filming. And yeah, have an amazing week, guys. Take care, and we will see you soon. I feel like the salute is like habit now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Do you remember when I did that on stage?